Myself, Manoprabha, working as an assistant professor at AJK College of Arts and Science. Today, going to discuss about FIBO classification and its properties. Day-to-day life, food, shelter and clothes are the basic need of everyone. All cloth is made from textile and our shelters are made from comfortable and attractive by the uses of textiles. Textiles have such as important bearing on our daily life that everyone needs to know something about them. From early times, people have textiles of various types for covering our mandatory warmth, personality, adaptation to display the personal worth and everyone for biomedical and technical purpose. A study of textile will show, for example, why the certain fabrics are more durable and sustainable for specific purpose. Complete knowledge of textiles will facilitate an integrated appearance of standards and different qualities of textile products. The word textiles come from the Latin term texture, that means woven. Today, the word textile is more generalized to refer to product made from fibers. Abstract things, just we'll put some discussion about abstract about fiber textiles. Textile fibers are component of polymer with many different structures resulting in a diverse range of chemicals, physicals and biological properties. This chapter offers a brief introduction to the general characteristics of polymers and polymetic material and classified the many types of natural and chemical fibers. The physical and chemical and biological properties of textile fibers are discussed following an introduction of the chemical, physical and morphological structure of textile fibers. Attempts are also made to sufficient that may fiber making methods including a solution wet spinning, solution dry spinning, melt spinning, electrostatic spinning, jet spinning, air foot chilling, etc. What is mean by fiber? That means meaning of fiber is fiber is a thin thread of a natural or artificial substance exactly ones that is used to make a cloth or a rope. Fiber consists of the essential one of the uses of cloth, that means the part of plant or seed it will be converted as a fibers. Example of man-made fibers, nylon, polyester, polyethylene, synthetic, like that we can give a more example for man-made fiber. For our natural fibers, it comes under our natural world. That for example we can tell cotton, wool, jute, silk, like that we can give more examples for natural fibers. Classification of fibers. A fiber is simply considered to be a linen strands with flexibility and length maintaining its width. This discussion is for the stability as a tape, flames and ropes. For the designers, fiber and filaments should be considered the similar elements in the texture constructions. In this article, I will discuss about the different textile fibers and their classifications. Applications of fiber in textiles and clothing starts from the development of human evaluation. Cloth becomes an extension not for the aesthetical purpose of decorative but for potential against of cold, hot, rain, dust, etc. Gradually, with the introduction of generated fibers like nylon and later of synthetic fibers like nylon and polyester, reduce the monopolitical of nature fibers. It also create a composition of new and unique fiber and fiber developments. The concept of recognition and synthetic fiber includes a new dimensional to the research, actually to the develop a new fiber. It creates a strong philosophy that from any material fibers can be developed, manufactured or recognition provide the chemical behaviors and structure. The structure, elegance, molecular properties, and the process considered can be analyzed and controlled. This means that they were with a wide range of fiber and equally a wide range of materials to be developed as a fiber. Textile fiber is the base and principal raw material to produce the various type of textile finished products. A fiber that can be spun into yarn or processed into textiles such as a woven fabric, knitted fabric, lace fabric, felt fabric, non-woven fabric, etc. By means, if an interlacing method is called as a textile fibers. Classification of textile fibers. Generally, textile fibers can be classified into many two types. They are natural fibers and synthetic fibers. That means man-made fiber, it will be called as a synthetic fiber or artificial fiber. Fibers can also be classified into flow waves. They are classification of textile fiber based on source. Classification fibers of textile fibers can be based on polymer. Classification of textile fibers according to their biological and zoological or chemical sources. Classification of textile fiber according to their unlimited process. Classification of textile fiber according to their thermoplastics. Classification of textile fibers according to their ability to absorb the moisture. Classification of textile fibers based on sources. They are around 15 important natural fibers available for processing and conversion into fibers. They are discussed about textile fibers. Textile fibers classified into two types. One is natural fiber, another one is man-made fiber. In natural fibers, we can classify it into three types. One is animal fiber, vegetable fiber, and mineral fibers. In animal fibers, we will get fibers from hair like wool, camel, like that we can get it. Another one is silk. From silkworm, we will get a silk fiber. Another one, next one is in natural fiber, the vegetable fibers. In vegetable fibers, we can get fibers from seeds, leaves, fruits, like that, etc. For seeds, we can give a cotton. For leaves, we can give abscus or seeds. Then fruits, we can give some fruits like a coir, like that we can give some examples for natural fibers. For man-made fibers, it is classified into three types. One is natural polymer, another one is synthetic polymer, another one is metal glasses, like that. For natural polymers, we can give some examples, cellulosic fiber. For synthetic fibers, we can give more examples like polyester, polymer, polyethylene, like that we can give more examples for man-made fibers. For metal glass fibers, it's only one material classified into man-made fiber is metal glass fibers. Vegetable sources. What are the vegetable sources we are having from the natural fibers? Animal source fibers like camel hair, then mohair hair and silk, wools are the most animal source fibers. Classification of textile fiber based on polymer. That means polymer means that is man-made fibers. Man-made fibers classified into polyester is the material construct for a similar molecule of the same substances that from large molecular structures. The polymers are any of the molecules, naturals and synthetic components of usually high molecular weight and consist of up to the millions of respective units such as relatively light and simple molecules. Classification of textile fibers according to their biological, zoological or chemical. That means vegetable fibers are grouped under biological classification. They into a cotton, jute, flax. These three fibers comes under the biological structure. Then for zoological structure, the animal fibers are grouped under the zoological classification. They are wool, silk and hair fibers. That means hair fibers means camel fibers, like that we can give some examples before the slide itself. So now we are discussing about the zoological classification. It's wool and silk or the zoological classification we can do. chemical name is given to the classification of fibers under man-made fibers. That means how the man creates some fibers in artificially, it comes under all the fibers are man-made fibers. The main constituencies, chemicals and mode of their production is explained in brief. For example, resin is the cellulose, polyamide molecular structures are comes under the chain routine process. It will be create a man-made fiber. For example, in natural fiber, the components will be 40%. Then the chemical component will be 60%. It will be combined and give one new polyester fiber. That means that's the function. We get a man-made fibers. Classification of textile fibers according to their utility. That means how we will utilize the fibers from the yarns. To yarn, the textile fibers can be broadly classified into two types. That means man-made and the natural fiber. Only two types we are having in our fiber structures. Major textile fibers are those who wear validity and textiles by the textile industries. For example, cotton, wool, silk, jute, rayon, viscose rayon, nylon, polyester. These are the things majorly used under our fiber technology or fiber process. It will be converted into yarn. That means 2-ply yarn or 3-ply yarn. It will be converted for manufacturing a garment or manufacturing a fiber fabric. Then it will be goes under the source process, scouring process, bleaching process, merchandising process, whatever we have to go. After this yarn manufacturing process only we can go for the another process. This is the base for the garment and the fabric and textile industry. Nowadays we have some new fibers are founded by our research, that is banana fibers, bamboo fibers, soya fibers, pineapple fibers. These kind of fibers are that is a new fibers. It comes under the research. But these fibers are not used for garment or fabric day-to-day life. In our day-to-day life, we are using normally cotton, wool, silk, jute, rayon, viscose, polyester. Like that fibers we are used in day-to-day life. But specific fibers comes under bamboo fibers. It will give some more surgical purpose. Bamboo fibers and banana fibers are used for medical textiles. It will comes under napkins, diapers for preparation nowadays. In hygienical purpose, they are using that kind of fibers for medical purpose. Classification of textile purpose fibers according to their thermoplastic system. That means in our thermoplastic system is non-thermoplastic system also we are using. Types of these kinds of materials are used only in for packing materials or non-woven products are used for related to non-woven fabric. We are using that nano thermoplastical like that fabrics. Textile fibers and classifications. Textile fibers are natural or synthetic structure that can be spun into yarn and woven, knitted or bonded into fiber. That means fibers will be converted into yarn. In the spinning process, the fibers will converted into yarn. Yarn will be converted into fabric. Then only in fabric we are having the classification of woven fabrics, knitted fabrics, bonded fabric. That means one layer is natural and another one is synthetic. It will be have a good bonding for the bonded fabrics. Day-to-day life we are using these kind of fabrics only. We are using for shelter, for home textiles also, for in medical textiles also. Then our day-to-day life we are wearing the same clothes we are wearing. It will be classified in finishes, frames, natural fibers. That means natural is a silk. Silk comes under the cocoon of our silk warmth. We will get cotton. Cotton is come from the cotton plant. Linen comes from the plant of flax. Flax plant will give a linen. Viscose and rayons. These all kind of fibers will be comes under the natural fibers. And wool is come from our sheep or goat. like that we will get it. Synthetic fibers, one of the man-made origin is not according to naturally manufacturing from different raw materials. That means raw material means it comes under the natural fibers, cotton, wool, silk, rayon. These all the natural fibers is the manufacturing based materials for raw materials for the synthetic fibers. If we are using the raw materials only, we will get the synthetic fibers. For example, I told that 40% of natural fiber and 60% of chemical based, it will give one good bonding and we will get on a synthetic fiber. That is the raw material means these are all the raw materials. Okay, thank you.